All right, everyone, what are we looking at today? That's going to be the anatomy of a Rick's compensator. So the backstory behind these, I actually had one in 2008, I believe it was, when he had his first run. And I had been looking for an SGS-style compensator for a long time. You've seen these in a few movies, most notably Leon the Professional. This one's a little bit different because this is a new, modernized, updated version, right? So it only has 2 ports instead of 3, but then you can see it also has these ports right here on the side. Let me turn my light on here and see if I can get a little bit better view for you guys there. But anyways, this has been safety checked. There's nothing in the chamber there. So this is very unique in that it mounts to the guide rod, right? So there's an extended guide rod that holds this compensator on. So this is great for folks like myself in those states that are not very happy with threaded barrels, right? Threaded barrels are just so dangerous, so you can't have them. So you can see the barrel is separate from the compensator, but when you order this, Rick is going to ask you what the outside dimensions are of your barrel. So he's going to have a fitted bushing inside there where your barrel fits in there nice and snug. It's not going to affect the operation, but it's going to fit in there nice and tight, right? As it should. So you can also have it custom fit to your gun by measuring the outside diameter of your dust cover down here and sending that to him, and then he can modify these tabs on the inside to fit your firearm. I do a little bit of modifications myself, so I did that myself. It took me about 5 minutes, right? So let's check it out. So he sends it to you in this tube and packaged extremely well. So it comes in a box like so, in a tremendous amount of bubble wrap. And I mean, it's a hunk of aluminum, so it's unlikely that it'll be damaged. Gives you the instructions on not only how to install, but how to modify the tabs, fit it to your firearm, etc. And then, of course, this is the old guide rod, which are now plastic, which is crazy to me. He gives you the Allen key size that you need, which looks like it is 1/4 inch. And then he gives you a little tool so that you can tighten it down on up here, right? So to get this guy removed, you're going to want to lock your slide back. Then you'll take your Allen key. Now it's tight on there and locked in good, so I'm going to need to use this little tool. And there's a little hole right there where you lock it in, and then I just hold on to it so that it's not marring any other finishes. Then you remove it as you would any other bolt, screw, etc. Once it gets out a certain distance, you can actually just unscrew it, and it comes with washers which lock it in, and then there's a little spring because this does spring forward when you shoot it. Then to remove it, you just pull it off, right? So the inside of the tabs, you probably won't be able to see because I used Black. So I took just a hand file, and slowly filed on the inside of the tabs until I got to 0.002 thousandths larger than the dust cover, right? And it fits very snugly, but you can see the bushing right in here. This little bushing, that's basically custom fit to your barrel specifically. Now you can check out those ports and the ports on the side. Rick says that this is considerably more efficient than his original versions. I haven't shot it yet, I just got it, so we will see. It looks incredibly well designed, so very happy about that. Then you can see, obviously it's got an extended guide rod that it mounts to. Now, of course, to take it out, it's just like taking out any other guide rod. It's just a little bit longer, so it can be a little bit more finicky to get out of there. There we go. So you can see the spring itself is still longer than this guide rod, so it actually makes putting it in a little bit easier, but this has got a little bit of weight to it as well, so that might also aid in reducing muzzle flip, since you get a little bit of extra weight from the stainless steel guide rod versus plastic. Then to put it back in, you just do the reverse. And if you've had yours custom fitted, then you'll be able to do exactly the same thing that I'm going to do right now, which is put this on. So you just slide it on the guide rod, wiggle it down the dust cover, it'll be nice and snug. Then you get your little spring, put your spring in the front there. Then you get your retaining bolt. You can start threading it in by hand. Once it's getting difficult to start gripping it with your hand, you just grab your hex key, screw it in. Once it starts spinning the guide rod, then you'll want to open up your slide, tighten it down until it moves the guide rod to where you could get, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but get your other little tool in there. I gotta give it just a little more. Get your tool in there. Maybe, there it is. Same thing, I try to keep it to where it's not touching any of the metal. Then you just give it a nice little tug. It doesn't have to be super tight because of the new washers that he uses. They're both kind of like knurled on both sides for both washers, so it'll theoretically hold it in there. I don't know if it will for sure because I haven't done it myself. But anyways, sorry for the long video, but this has been a long time coming for me. I had one of his original ones, like I said, nearly 20 years ago at this point, and it was absolutely fantastic. I have zero doubts that this is going to be absolutely fantastic as well. I'll put his information down in the description below if you'd like to order yourself one. I get nothing from it, so this is purely educational just for you guys, and I appreciate everybody who watches. If you like my content, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you.